Hello, this is Ginny Brant with Unleash Your God-Given Healing. Today, I'd like to look at health effects from aluminum. Aluminum is an actual neurotoxin, and unfortunately, it's all around us. We use aluminum foil to bake potatoes, grill vegetables, and to store and cook food. Aluminum is an ingredient in soda cans, baking powder, antiperspirants, and in some vaccines as an adjuvant. Yes, you heard me right. Yes, small amounts of aluminum are added to some vaccines to help the body build stronger immunity against germs in the vaccine. Over the last 50 years, human exposure to aluminum has increased at least 30-fold. You heard me, 30-fold. Human bodies can handle minimal exposure, but the health concerns come when our exposure to aluminum is more than our bodies can handle or excrete. The most leaching of aluminum foil into food is found when the foil is heated. According to a study published in 2012, the leaching of aluminum foil when cooking poses health risk. However, minimal exposure, they said in the study, is not considered a health risk. So all these things combined is where the risk comes in. Aluminum foil used in cooking simply provides an easy channel for metals to enter our bodies. The higher the heat, the more the leaching. The leaching also depends on the acidity of the food and the salt and the spices that are added. And here's a caution. Acids dissolve the metals, so a lot of meats are what we're putting in this foil. Aluminum is also present in water, cosmetics, toothpaste, sunscreens, processed foods, salt, herbs, and some spices and tea. It is also used in pharmacological agents like antacids and in cooking utensils and cookware. I now look back on my Girl Scout days when I learned to fry an egg on top of an aluminum can using a magnifying glass. Yes, I did. I was so proud of myself. And I also cooked a quail dog with bacon and cheese wrapped in aluminum foil and threw it in the fire. And now I wonder, what was I thinking? For many years, I was just a foil girl at heart, but no more. I look at other ways to do things. Unfortunately, it was aluminum that was the first toxic metal found accumulated in my body some 20 years ago. My father had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, and I wanted to be preventative. So I had a visit with Dr. Connie Ross, an integrative medical doctor, and she ordered some tests. It is known that both aluminum and mercury have been found in the brains of Alzheimer's patients. And aluminum was found moderately high in my body. I'm not proud of that. After Dr. Ross gave me a supplement to remove it over time, and it took quite some time, I was amazed to see how much more clearly I was able to think. I never could have written Unleash Your God-Given Healing had I not gotten this under control. My levels were back up after chemotherapy, and so what did I find? It is sometimes used as an adjuvant with certain chemotherapy chemicals as well. Aluminum nanoparticles enhance anti-cancer immune response. So some chemotherapy adjuvants may contain it. If this is the case, much detoxing needs to be done after chemo for many reasons. And this gal did active detox after chemotherapy, and it certainly enhanced my health. The body secretes aluminum through feces and urine, But it's when it accumulates in our body that it can cause the nervous system, including the brain, the kidneys, and the bones, to have issues. A recent study found that aluminum might be responsible for the rise in male infertility, something to think about and look into. Further research on the toxicity of aluminum and how it impacts our body is much needed. From a preventative medical perspective, it's best to keep aluminum exposure as low as possible. To be proactive, we must learn to read labels on the products that we ingest and the things that we put on our skin. It's definitely best not to use products that contain aluminum, especially high amounts. And deodorant is one of those personal care products that contains aluminum, but it's certainly not the only one. You can look for alternatives that do not contain aluminum or other chemicals. So I want to show you just one example. This is just one deodorant, and I want you to listen to what's in here. It says it contains arrowroot powder, tallow, baking soda, beeswax, non-nano zinc oxide, geranium essential oil, rosemary extract, and non-GMO vitamin E. All important because it's nothing in it that can actually harm you. Now, you have to find the deodorant that works for you. So you're going to have to do your own searching and experimentation. Another thing that's commonly has this aluminum in it is baking powder. We use it in baking things all the time. But this one by Rumford actually has no aluminum in it. There's one that has aluminum and one that doesn't. I suggest you get the one that doesn't have aluminum. So, learn to read your labels. Be proactive. I hope this has helped you to learn something you didn't know, because we all need to look at ways of reducing these toxic metals in our system. I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, share it, and click the notification bell so that you will know when I post new information. Until then, here's to your health, and God bless.